Good morning. Welcome again to Morning Devotions, and thank you again for our time together. I want us to come to the book of Matthew chapter 13 today. In verse 53, when he had finished these parables, he went away from there, and coming to his hometown, he taught them in their synagogue. Notice, Jesus never claimed it was his, though he had grown up in it. So that they were astonished and said, "Where did this man get this wisdom and these mighty works that he is doing? Is this not the carpenter's son? Is not his mother called Mary, and are not his brothers James and Joseph and Simon and Judas, and are not his sisters with us? And where did this man get all these things?" And they took offense at him. They took offense at him. Now, brothers and sisters, that to me is absolutely fascinating, because the Greek word offense means to see that which in your personal opinion you don't like, and therefore it gives you the right to speak against it or to rebel. Now, brothers and sisters, what is it that caused their offense with Jesus? They knew him. They knew him as a little boy. They knew his past. They didn't know who he really was, but they knew his past. They didn't know who he was becoming, but they knew his past. Many of you, forgive me, we've had horrible pasts in our lives. We've done horrible things in our lives that we're very ashamed of, and God has forgiven us, and God has changed our lives. And sometimes with our own families, it's amazing to me how our own families will look at us and just say, "You know what, I don't want to hear anything you have to say. I'm not going to believe anything you have to say. I'm not going to listen to anything you have to say because I know who you are." No, they don't know who we are. They knew who we were, but not who God has made us today. Brothers and sisters, people are going to be offended at you because in their personal opinions, you don't have the right to pray for the sick and see people get healed. In their personal opinion, you don't have the right to share the gospel. You don't have the right to do the ministry that God has given you today because they look at who you were and they don't see who you have become in Christ Jesus.